Darlings, it's Mummy again. I'm walking in Charlestown, which is the East Boston area. And look at this wonderful savings bank building. I mean, if that isn't a Victorian fantasy right there. This is just a lovely day to be walking through Boston and to walk in, as I said earlier, the more quaint, sort of offbeat area. It's not as high style, but there's wooden buildings over here. There's wooden buildings everywhere. And look at this. Patrolman Patrick C. Gannon, killed in the line of duty April 2nd, 1940. My God, that's, what is that? I can do the math here. 79 years ago, almost to the day, 79 years ago. Can you imagine? Right here, this seems like such a civilized area. This fountain, I don't think, was here at that time. It's quite a fascinating fountain. I wish it was running. I've got to find out what the name of this fountain is because it's quite nice. Here are people talking at the top of their lungs. They're standing right beside each other. Classic New York behavior. One wouldn't think that among sophisticated Bostonians it would exist, although Boston has its own dark underbelly, doesn't it? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Mystic River was a great movie about that. Look at these side streets. Lovely side streets filled with history. And I'm going to go right back to the hotel and look up Charleston on my Google because I think it's going to have lots of interesting stuff to say about Charleston and Charlestown and its history. My grandparents lived in Boston, and indeed many of my ancestors are from the Boston and Cape Cod area, as you well know. So look at this. You know, there's not one ugly street lamp, I think, in Boston. Everything is gaslight. I'm sure they're adding to the fossil fuel crisis and the terrible warming of the planet with all these gaslights. And yet, what a way to go, huh? So intriguing. Look at this building up ahead. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? Look at this. The street signs on the building. Cordis Street and Warren Street. Oh, God. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. These little back alleys, look at the cobblestones. And brick, yes, but cobblestones. And look at these buildings. Boston is such a European type of city. You know, New York erased so much of itself with the gridiron. But here, Boston is totally like what you'd expect a British or a French city to be. Houses angling weirdly, streets built on cowpaths. Look at these backyards. Look at that. Look at that. If that isn't like right out of Cape Cod and Provincetown, Boston is just so wonderful. It is a walker's town. Who leaves pansies out in New York? Nobody. Those would be stolen or disfigured in no time. Little alleyways. All right, as I said earlier, when you come, if you haven't been to Boston, you've got to run, not walk. Visit Boston. It is intriguing everywhere. Come see it and enjoy it. And do it in the spring when the bulbs are beginning, the trees are starting to bloom. It is wonderful. All right, talk to you all later.